So let's begin seated in a position that helps us feel vertical, relaxed. It allows us to connect to our ujjayi breath, our deep, patient breath. Knowing that these are moments in which we can explore whatever is most fitting for our development, our growth, for inquiring into our sacredness. Working alternate nostril breathing. Let's go with the left hand this time. And by using the thumb to gently close off the left nostril, inhale through the right till you feel satisfied, till you feel full. And then switch directly over, opening up the left side, exhaling out it at least 10 counts. So we'll go roughly 10 in, 10 out. Inhaling through the left nostril till full, about 10. And exhaling out the right. So it's just a series of nostril closures. Continue. Smooth, effortless transitions from nostril to nostril, from inhale to exhale. And in these last few rounds, find out if we can lengthen the exhale by just a few more beats or counts, almost 15. No strain, no struggle. Feel for keeping the center of your head lined up over the heart, over the pelvis. let's say the next time you exhale out the right nostril, we'll simply pause. We'll resume our Ujjayi breath. And you can rest your hands down. That'll provide me some visual cue. Great. Let's place the soles of our feet together in Baddha Konasana. So, working a side bend and a chest opener. So place the right hand beside you, directly to the side of your hip. Inhale, draw the left arm up. Exhaling, lift, reach. Keeping that left sit bone anchored down into the earth. And staying connected to those deep Ujjayi breaths. Start to wash. Feel that wash of breath cascading through those ribs and rib muscles into those waist kind of bands, these bands of tissues around the low back, around that left hip bone. Feeling if you can register your breath in that left side of pelvis, right where the sit bone contacts the earth. Now the chest opener. Inhale, bring your left arm to your left, so it's just, a little left of vertical. Perfect. And exhaling, reach outward. You might even get lighter on that right hand. So as I reach out, kind of unencumber the shoulder. You feel that lightness, that lessening of weight. And now lift, articulate the chest bones. So inhaling behind the sternum. Getting breath under the collarbone. You're relaxing all those muscles around the carotid, around all these important veins and nerves. And when we lower the left hand, kind of help your trunk upright. Your neck might be a little tender, so you can always use your right hand to help it up. Let's do the other side. Left hand is beside us, side bend. Inhale the right arm up. Now I'm keeping that right sit bone anchored down into the ground, so I'm not having to rock off of it. And exhaling, reach. You're spreading your breath through the ribs, the chest wall, the waist wall. Into the right half pelvis. in that chest opener. Inhale the right arm to the right. Outreach. You're picking your arm up, the mass of your arm, away from the shoulder joint, away from the neck and the ribs. Bringing an incredibly fresh and deep breath into the right side of the heart. And feel if those bones move. We still have lung up there near the shoulder. So working your inhalation, you feel those bones and those muscles starting to lift and move. And then inhaling, bring that right hand down. Draw the trunk up. You may want to assist the head up. All right. Now, use hands, help the legs together. Let's set up for dolphin. We'll move on to our elbows and our knees. Slight. Elbows under shoulders. Knees under hips. Inhaling into the sides of the heart, both sides. And the back of the heart. With the toes curled under, exhale the knees off the ground. Dolphin. Each deep breath help unfold, help facilitate the emergence of what feels most deeply sacred to you in these sweet early hours of our day. Sometimes we just get a little flavor of this profound quiescence, this kind of mysterious inner depth. Sometimes in these moments of our work or our prayer, we just encounter artifacts that we may not encounter through the bustle of our ordinary day. Just taking in these sweet moments as you discover them, the depths, the mystery, the renewing pleasure of a deep breath, the sweetness of feeling an alive body. There's so many incredible things going on in this miracle organism, this miracle vehicle. And then we'll gently set the knees down. And as you're resting out of dolphin, we'll lie on back. We'll do a few quick things. So as we lie on back, and do a little elbow to knee, and we'll be using some back traction. So with the hands supporting the head and the feet off the ground, inhaling into gut, into the low back, the mid back, letting the raising the head and the shoulders, a little abdominal pressure if that's suitable. Exhale the right leg straight up. Use your right hand, provide a little pressure. You're pressing that right leg bone. Pressing, lifting. Draw the low belly down. Inhale, bending right knee. As I apply abdominal pressure, it helps to just almost seal or keep my low back against the ground so it doesn't wiggle. Exhale the left leg up. And that wiggle-free abdominal pressure is important. So as I press that left hand on that left leg, I'm keeping the back down, yet softening around the hip. Draw the low belly down. Inhale, bend left knee. Little abdominal pressure just helps keep the back down. Exhale, right leg up, right hand press. Now as you're abdominally pressuring the back to the ground, pushing on that leg bone, relax the head into the hand. Pull low belly down. Inhale, right knee bends. A little abdominal pressure keeps the back down. Exhale, left leg up, left hand press. And as you're pressing, pressuring, relax the head down. Pull low belly down. I just mean I'm relaxing the head and the hand, I should say. Do one more on each side. Inhale, bend left knee. Curling tailbone. Exhale, right leg reaches up, right hand presses right leg. You're feeling just a little bone shift, a little pressure shift. Pull low belly down. Inhale, bend right knee, last one. A little abdominal pressure, tailbone might shift in that. Exhale, left leg reaches up, left hand presses leg, pressure. Movement perhaps. Head relaxes into hand, pull low belly down. Good, and release. Inhale, bend that left knee, set the head down. Exhaling, you may set the feet down. What we will work, straddle lifting through. And when we bring the legs up and separate them, please know that you may prefer or need to keep the legs slightly bent. So, start my legs straight up and then separate them. If you need to create a little bend in the knee, if that makes it a little easier on the hip or something you're working on, the back, you can always include a little bend in the knee. All right. With the hands behind the head, inhale, float the head and the shoulder blades up. And exhaling. So working with that low belly. So the exhale comes from the pubic bone area. I'm reaching out through the legs. Getting the feet a little more active. Pull low belly down. So now kind of relax that tailbone, that pelvis down. Inhaling, reaching the genitals, reaching the pelvic floor with your breath. Exhaling. Exhaling shifts the tailbone slightly, involves the low belly muscles. Now that pelvis slightly shifts, reach out through the leg bones. pull low belly down. Inhaling, relaxing the tailbone down. Let's do these last 5 on our own. When you're through, use your hands to help your legs together. We'll do 5 more on our own. Keep relaxing the head into the hands. Even if there's strong degrees of work occurring elsewhere in the body. And when you're done, that will be plenty. So we can, once we've held our legs together, turn onto a side. Press yourself to standing. And do one more abdominal from standing in horse stance. So once you've taken a wide stance, the feet turned out slightly, we'll place our hands on our thighs for this first round, working Agnisara. This can be as slow or as fast as you want to play with. I'm going to start slow personally. Inhaling into the pelvis and the pelvic floor and the belly. And while keeping the feet active, the thigh bones reaching out just like a moment ago, and straddle. Exhale everything out. Remaining entirely empty, lowering the chin, draw the belly in, back and up. Let the belly go. Draw the belly in, back and up. Let it go, and once more, draw the belly in, back and up. Release. Take some breath. We'll do a couple more rounds, so just know that we have some time to play. So whenever you're ready, have some fun practicing with Agnisara. This can be slow. I just described it slowly, just kind of drawing the belly in one motion at a time. Or it can be quick, where you kind of attempt to get the belly almost flapping. So your hand pressure on those thighs can be used to create traction in the spine. Little momentary kind of relief, pressure relief instances. If you know you have a pelvis that twists a little, turns a little, that hand pressure can help you identify that, feel that, work with that intelligently. So some of us occasionally get a little twist in our pelvic structure. And then as you finish that last round, we'll straighten the legs, help the feet together. And we'll stand at the top of our mat. We'll be moving through some suns. Literally sun salutations. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhaling, fold forward. Neck relaxed. Inhale, step left foot back, lunge. We'll set the knee softly down. And you can press, you can invigorate those legs to a strong degree. Hands down, exhale, step right foot back. And we'll lower all the way down, belly to earth. Inhaling, draw chest forward as you palm press it slightly upward. Exhaling, lower, reset hands, downward dog. Inhale, left foot between hands, lunge. Hands to ground, exhale, step the right foot forward, stepping directly into a forward fold. Inhaling, draw the arms up, standing, of course. Exhaling, hands to heart. We'll do a few more. Inhaling, bringing in that morning light right into your person. Exhale, fold, neck relaxed. Inhale, right foot back, lunge. Hands to ground, exhaling, step back, lowering, cobra. Palm push down and arm pull back. Exhaling, lower, downward dog. Inhale, right foot forward, lunge. Hands to ground, exhale, left foot forward, fold. Inhale, stand, we'll reach arms overhead. Exhaling, hands to heart. Okay, we'll be on our own for 2 more suns. I consider that 2 suns. We'll do 2 more, so I'll meet you back in a bunch of breaths. Here we go. So if you need to move a little quicker or slower, be my guest. All right, once you arrive at the top of your mat, we'll be moving through some bees. Chair pose. Inhale, bend knees, reach arms overhead. Exhale, fold, neck relax. Monkey. Inhale, collar away from lap. Sliding the shoulders away from the neck. Exhaling, we'll step back or jump back, chaturanga. Now here, you can decide inhaling into upward dog or cobra. For upward dog, just press down through those tops of feet. Exhaling, downward dog. All right, shoulder shrugs in warrior two. Inhale, let's step our left foot forward. Now, warrior two. Left leg bent. And we relax the arms down in front of us. Just let them hang out. There's not a lot of arm activity that's required for these. It's just pretty focused shoulder blade area muscle near the spine. So we inhale into the upper back. And pausing, we'll raise the shoulders a little bit, squeeze together at the top. So the very top of the rib cage, exhale, squeeze and drag. You feel a little bit of a little contraction, a little extra sensation as you pull those shoulder blades away from the head. And just make sure you're not pulling your head forward away from the shoulder blades. We'll keep that head over the pelvis. Inhale into the back of heart. Squeeze the middle parts of the blades together. Keep that head over the pelvis. Exhale, squeeze, drag, massage, reaching the tailbone down, the skull bones up. And inhaling, letting that squeeze go. On the bottom tips, if this area is a little foggy to feel, you might raise the hands a little bit. You use a bend of elbows to help you locate that middle of back squeeze. Good. When we release, inhale, arms out to the side for reverse warrior. Exhaling, right hand to right leg, raise the left arm, and exhaling, lift and reach. So just another iteration of side bend here. Now I have to press into that left foot to send, to reach that left sit bone slightly down. There you go. Now inhale, bring that left arm up and over. And place that left hand on the left thigh. Move your right hand to the ground for a head to ankle prep. So yet another iteration of side bend. Now I use my left hand pressure on the left leg. Inhaling into the left side of waist. And then exhaling your left hand pressure. This creates an additional arc or traction or lengthening through that left side. Well, some people will feel this in the groin. Some people will feel this around the hip, the buttock area. Some people feel this in the waist. Wherever you end up feeling it, just bring your breath into that area. And when we release, inhale, let's walk the hands toward the left foot. Exhaling, chaturanga. So we'll step that left foot back. As we lower, draw the shoulders away from the neck. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhaling, downward dog. All right. Inhale, the right foot forward, shoulder shrugs in warrior two. Relax those arms down. Inhaling into upper back. We'll keep the feet active, the legs pressing. Raise the shoulders, squeeze tops of shoulders together. Exhale, squeeze, drag down. All right, so we know there's 2 more spots, 2 more breaths. Let's do those. Kind of at our own pace. So inhaling to feel, to sense into the back of the heart. Squeezing, focusing, efforting can start to shift how we're able to access or sense these, our person energetically. Lower than that, it's even lower, Michelle. So if you lower your hands, aim for like right here, that squeeze. It'll be right where it probably feels real stiff. Okay. Good, inhale, reach arms out to the side for reverse warrior. Exhaling, left hand to left leg, right arm raises. And getting those really deep breaths. Love to see those ribs all around the heart and the lungs move. But remember, even just from a physical standpoint, there's a fluid sac, a lubricating fluid sac around the heart, lubricant fluid sacs around the lungs. And just the act of dynamically breathing gets these lubricant sacs and these tissues moving and sliding. Why that's so good is when things don't move and slide and glide and when they're not fluid, they tend to get brittle, stiff, dry, hard. And then things get really, really difficult. So that deep breath that we take now, that expands the lungs, that moves the ribs. It's a big, you almost think of it like a fluid massage for your heart. Okay, inhale, let's bring this right hand to the right thigh and the left hand to the ground, head to ankle prep. Okay, so I keep this deep bend in right knee. And the right hand is closer to the hip than the knee. Yeah. Feet active, just so they're not grasping the ground. Inhaling into pelvis, pelvic floor. Now, keeping the legs active, fluid, open, exhaling. Issue a little pressure through that right hand. Feel for softening. I find that a lot of times we'll get here and you might feel a little heat, a little burn. Can you keep the body open? I know that can be challenging, like because staying open and receptive to sensations like heat and shaking or emotions helps cross-train our ability to stay open to insights and state changes and waking up and those really brilliant kind of aspects of spiritual life. So we want to stay with a lot of that. And now we ease out. Inhale, walk the hands toward the right foot. Exhaling, chaturanga. We'll step that right foot back. Inhaling, upward dog or cobra. Exhaling, downward dog. All right, head to ankle. Why not? Inhale your left foot forward. So we're basically a warrior two stance. And I like to start just by getting my hands to the inside of my left foot. Here, with my hands posted, allows me to just start to involve the legs and relax the neck. So it's here. Just allow the head to relax down. And I'm pressing each of my thigh bones outward in their respective directions. And as I'm pressing out through my legs, I can start to bring the left shoulder nearer to the left calf. And if you want to keep testing and inquiring, you can bring that left shoulder behind the left calf. And you can start bringing your head nearer to the back of your calf. Wow. When we ease out of there, we'll set the right knee down and take a lunge, right hand down, left arm can hug that outer left leg. As we breathe into that right side abdomen and right side diaphragm. Inhaling, unwind, set the hands down. And when we exhale, step left foot back, lower all the way down to the ground. Once our belly, our pelvis is on the ground, we're going to do a little wave dancer move. What this means is it's breath, moving and filling the belly and the low back area, and it's back muscles lifting us and then letting us go back down. It looks like cobra, but I'm not really using the hands much at all. So I just kind of have them nearby. Reach back through the legs. Inhale, belly into the earth. Just using your own back muscles, the spinal muscles, to raise the chest, and then exhaling, just let the chest move right back down. Again, it looks like cobra, it's not cobra. My hands do almost nothing. Inhale, belly into the earth. Letting those back muscles kind of lift the chest up, the rib cage up. Exhaling is letting it move right back down. So inhale is up, exhale is down. We'll do a few more. We'll just finish up this last one. Reflexively, there's a lot of our biology that's kind of hardwired to breathe and lift the spine together in a certain way. And it's just a nice thing to revisit and restore and renew. Right, inhale, let's bring the hands under the chest. Exhaling, downward dog. These larger archetypes of movement. We see it kind of repeat out through the practice often and generally. When we're inhaling, we're kind of expanding, extending, lifting. And when we're exhaling, we might be lengthening or softening, or moving back toward our center. These aren't hard rules, but they're just generalities. Inhale, step the right foot forward, head to ankle. Okay, so I take a warrior stance, the hands on the inside. I let gravity do a good portion of the initial work. I just let gravity carry my head down. I let gravity carry my torso weight down. And if I feel I'm warm and it's appropriate, I can start to bring my right shoulder behind my right calf. And if that feels like it's too much, just always feel free to back slightly out. You know, how we enter a pose has a lot to do with how we'll experience the pose. Now feel the quality of your breath in the back side of your body, the back of the heart, all the way into the waist and the hips. And we'll give it a couple more deep breaths. The legs in their activity, in their effort, somewhat raises the hips. There you go. And the neck can relax again and again and again. All right. Inhaling, we'll set that knee down to exit, lounge, lunge. So the left hand down, the left knee is down, and the right arm is just stationing around the right leg. I get a lot of benefit by working this right heel, this right foot into the ground. I'm actually grabbing the ground with my right heel, and in a static form of effort, kind of pulling the ground with my heel. And that simple little move can change things a lot somewhere in the sacral to low back area. Now inhaling as we unwind. I'm going to step forward and complete this sun salutation. So curl the back toes under. Stepping forward, monkey, press the chest away from the legs. Exhale, fold. Chair pose. Bend knees, inhale, reach the arms overhead. Stand, exhaling, hands to heart. Let's have a seat. These final moments here. I'm going to choose shoelace. So I've got my right ankle over my left knee. Once my feet feel active, choose one of two things right here. I'm going to fold forward. That's what I'll be doing. But I also want to leave the option, you may just want to sit in shoelace, tall and breathe. Sometimes just getting into shoelace, it's like, I just want to experience being in my pelvis with comfort or no additional strain or stress. So you have that option to remain seated upright. I'm going to fold forward from here. Inhaling, come upright. I will change the cross of legs. In these moments as we're heading toward Shavasana, as you know we are, our incredible organismic self has this deep and this abiding capacity to self-organize. So getting into all of these configurations and breathing and attending in these novel ways. I've switched sides and I'm going to begin the fold on the other side. Feel free to switch and remain seated or fold with me. But you might even notice in these final moves and as we're heading into Shavasana, and almost reshaping. It's almost the flutter of reorganization, the aliveness of the body finding out what are all these new relationships to make sense of. You can feel that on a structural level. You can feel that on an energetic level. You can feel it in a really concrete way. Sometimes we get up from our practice and we feel a little wobbly. So when you come upright, we'll take Shavasana. Some fascinating discoveries. I think a postdoctoral student had discovered at the level of frog cells that when he made a cytoplasmic slurry, so all the gelatinous fibrous jelly cell stuffing, if you will, right? The cytoplasm. And he allowed it to sit. The cytoplasm started to, in real time, watched it happen under a microscope, constellate around a nucleus, and constellate as individual cells, even though their border cells, their boundary was broken. So there's these little gaps like bricks without mortar. There's a self-recognition that our body has for itself. And how we facilitate these moments of reorganization. I believe happen when we ensure there's sacred moments throughout our day, throughout our life, where there's silence and deep rest, when there's sacred moments in which to renew ourselves. We can find ourselves again, down to the level of cell, where finding our wholeness again and again and again. Whenever you're ready, you're welcome to bend knees.